Pixar's Lightyear expands the Toy Story universe with stories of Buzz's galactic missions, the fictional space ranger who inspired the toy we all know and adore. But will we see more of Infinity and beyond? Buzz Lightyear is a braggart space ranger who believes he can complete even the most difficult missions on his own. He eventually strands his crew on a planet and forces them to colonize it. Buzz decides to make it his priority to fix his mistake and get them off the planet by perfecting hyperspace travel. This causes Buzz to jump through many years in the future, causing him to miss time with his closest friend and colleague, Alicia Hawthorne. The newly appointed Commander Burnside shuts down the mission to leave the planet in order to stay and set up a defense shield. Buzz and his robot cat Socks steal a ship after Socks assists Buzz in perfecting the formula for hyperspace travel. They end up 22 years in the future, where they find Alicia's granddaughter Izzy, who's also a space ranger. Since then, a robot army led by a giant robot named Zurg has invaded the colony. Buzz and Socks join forces with Izzy and her teammates, Mo and Darby, to locate a new source of fuel and fight the robots. Buzz is caught by Zurg after creating a new hyperspace crystal. Zurg is revealed to be an older Buzz from an alternate timeline who escaped from Burnside after being defined as a fugitive. He's attempting to use the crystal to go back in time and fix his mistake, but Buzz realizes that this means Alicia will never have had the life she had on the planet, and Izzy and the others will never have existed. Buzz joins forces with his friends to take down Zurg's ship and escape with the crystal. When Zurg goes after Buzz again, Buzz, along with Zurg, destroys the crystal. Buzz returns to Star Command as a hero along with his teammates, and they form an official team to defend the galaxy. All you Space Rangers will have to be patient and possibly revisit the Toy Story legacy to pass the time while waiting for the Lightyear sequel to arrive. However, if Pixar and Disney surprise us and announce a sequel, we can use the production time on Lightyear to take a wild guess as to when we'll likely see a sequel.
Buzz?
Alicia?
Oh no, that's my grandmother. I'm Izzy.
Izzy?
Lightyear's production process started in 2016, immediately following MacLane's work on Finding Dory. Pixar took 4 years to formally announce the development and 6 years to release the finished product. These durations of time are pretty standard for animated films. Even if a sequel is announced this year, it doesn't seem that it'll be released in theaters before 2025, since the pandemic outbreak appeared to have a negative impact on every project's production, which played a role in the delay for the release of Lightyear. But it's unlikely that a hypothetical Lightyear 2 would take that long because the world has already been built, both narratively and visually. Fans of the Toy Story franchise now have a new way to enjoy one of their favorite characters thanks to the arrival of Lightyear in the landscape of the 2022 film releases. There's no telling what might happen in potential sequels now that Chris Evans' incarnation of Buzz Lightyear has begun a journey into a new world. This is good because Evans wants you to know that it's time for you to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. No, but seriously, it's a good thing that he wants to keep playing in this universe. So if there is a sequel, most of Lightyear's main cast members should clearly return. Chris Evans, of course, is expected to reprise his role as the main character, and his Galactic Rangers, Socks, Izzy, Mo, and Darby, could also come back. That means fans could once more hear Dale Sal's, Peter Sohn, Keke Palmer, and Taika Waititi's voices. Isaiah Whitelock Jr. might also appear given that Commander Burnside will continue to serve as Buzz's commanding officer. Angus MacLane, the film's director, said in an interview that he would be open to a sequel and that he already knows how the story will go. Buzz is tasked with leading the revived Galactic Ranger Corps at the end of Lightyear, and his team has been sent on their first mission. A sequel could follow the space crew on their adventures as they face and defeat another villain. In addition, the third after-credits scene in Lightyear teases the possibility of a sequel.
So, to do that, we have to get onto the base.
To do that, we have to kill all the robots.
To do that, we have to destroy the Zurg ship.
It ends on a cliffhanger that could either be the conflict of the next film or the focus of another Toy Story spin-off. When we last saw this new brave team, they were on their way to unknown adventures, so a sequel could follow the team on their next journey. There are a few storyline hints that should be addressed in Lightyear 2, like where did the other Buzz discover the robot army and the Zurg suit? Does this imply that there's another Zurg in Buzz's time? Why didn't anyone step forward to help find Buzz and his team? Did something terrible happen to the Space Rangers? Pixar teased the potential Lightyear 2 story over 2 decades before the first film thanks to Buzz Lightyear's role in Toy Story 2. 23 years before the release of the first movie, Toy Story 2 subtly hint at the plot of Lightyear 2, setting the stage for the sequel. With Lightyear, released in 2022, Pixar gave the Toy Story series a fresh spin. This film is intended to be the one that Andy saw as a child and that served as inspiration for the Buzz Lightyear toys. This raised several issues regarding Lightyear's connection to the Toy Story films and how he fits into the fiction. A Zurg rematch is likely to occur based on the few glimpses that have been given of the video game Buzz Lightyear Attack on Zurg and its potential connection to Lightyear 2. In the game, Buzz Lightyear visits Sector 4 of the Gamma Quadrant in search of Zurg's new fortress. The overall premise of the game doesn't fit with Lightyear, despite the fact that video game adaptations of movies frequently stray from the original narrative. It makes more sense as a sequel to a video game though. Buzz comes fully equipped with a powerful utility belt that should be a brand new feature in Lightyear 2, boosting toy sales once more.
Being pursued by just a massive robot.
Although Zurg is undoubtedly Lightyear's main villain, it's not until the third act of the film that it's clarified that Zurg is actually a much older, evil alternate version of Buzz Lightyear in a different body. This implies that Zurg's real identity is known to Buzz Lightyear toys and that the Zurg toy should be aware that it's an older Buzz Lightyear who has time traveled. When it came to explaining the relationship between Buzz and Zurg, Pixar disregarded this idea in favor of coming up with a new story, but that's precisely what led to this issue. In Toy Story 2, Zurg not only claimed to be Buzz's father, but the Space Ranger had previously believed that Zurg had murdered Buzz's father. Lightyear's revelations regarding Zurg and Buzz's relationship make it clear that the Toy Story 2 scene cannot be recovered. Lightyear's post-credits scene hinted that Zurg was still alive, but at this point, he would have to go back in time to murder his father. Even if that were to occur, Buzz's belief that Zurg is his father, after already having a battle with his future self, is confusing. Even though Chris Evans' Buzz Lightyear story in Lightyear 2 wasn't intended to be based on these Toy Story 2 details, they can now hold more weight if they're used in Pixar's upcoming potential franchise. The first film doesn't always follow what fans expected of Buzz's established character story, such as rejecting that Zurg is Buzz's father revealed from Toy Story 2. Just as Lightyear made changes, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. Pixar may keep modifying the Space Ranger franchise's story, but if they want to release Lightyear 2 after Toy Story 2, the studio has already hinted at where the plot might go. See you in the next video.
First, you will not speak unless spoken to.
Yes, sir.
Still talking. Second, respect the suit.